Bombs are going off in Washington, and the Commanders are in the eye of the storm. While an offensive duo promises to revolutionize the NFL, two star veterans have gone missing from training, creating panic in the organization. But that's not all, because a controversial draft pick is declaring war on all his critics. These three news stories are going to shake everything you thought you knew about your team. If you're a Commanders fan, you can't afford to miss a second of what's coming because your 2025 season depends on it. Let me tell you something about Kane Madano, the linebacker the Commanders picked with the 205th draft pick. I know what you're thinking, another late round pick that's probably not going to make an impact, but listen up because this guy is waging an all-out war against all his detractors. Madano hails from UCLA, and let me tell you, his combine numbers were impressive among linebackers. I think many don't understand what it means to be the strongest in your position when you're competing against the best college athletes in the country. Now I ask you, how many of you knew this guy had that explosive athletic ability? But here comes the reality no one wants to admit. His tackling technique is deficient, he misses too many plays, and the angles he takes need urgent polishing. I'm telling you this because I'm not going to sugarcoat the situation. He's a diamond in the rough that needs intense work. However, and here's the interesting part, Madano already knows linebacker coach Ken Norton Jr. from his days at UCLA. That connection is going to be crucial for his development. But what really excites me is that he's going to be training alongside Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu, two veterans who have seen it all in this league. Madano himself said it best. There is still a lot of room to grow. I'm going to go in there with open ears and absorb all the coaching, all the scars, as Coach Norton says. The scars from his years he's trying to pass on to us. The scars Bobby Wagner and Louvu had at the start of their careers. I think that mentality is exactly what you need to succeed in the NFL when you're a 7th round pick. Madano knows he's starting from the bottom, but he's got the opportunity to secure an important role on special teams from day one. Now I tell you this, Norton believes in Madano, Wagner, and Louvu are going to be there to help him every step of the way. That doesn't guarantee success, but it's a solid platform to build a lucrative career in the NFL. Expectations must remain moderate. He still has rough edges despite his encouraging athletic attributes. But don't be surprised if this player's work ethic and relentless desire to be great eventually turn him into a centerpiece of the team's plans. Now let's talk about something that has the whole organization on high alert. Marshon Latimore and Terry McLaurin, two of the team's most prominent veterans, have been absent from voluntary OTA practices. I'm telling you, this is more serious than many want to admit. Latimore decided to train away from the team, and let me explain why this is problematic. After arriving through a trade and dealing with injuries last season, his spot in the secondary is not guaranteed. The Commanders' defense now includes Jonathan Jones and rookie Trey Amos, creating a competitive environment at the cornerback position. I think when you have an $18 million salary this year, with only $2 million in dead money if the team decides to release you after the season, every showing matters. That structure gives Washington flexibility in the roster and puts a premium on visibility during the preseason for the veteran. Now I ask you, what message are you sending when you choose to train away from the team, even during voluntary work? This opens the door for players like Jones and Amos to gain ground in the battle for positions. As for McLaurin, his absence may not carry the same level of scrutiny, but it still leaves a leadership void during a crucial developmental stage. For a team trying to build off last season's playoff run, presence on the field, even in shorts, sends a message. I'm telling you straight up, the Commanders are no longer rebuilding. They are reloading, and the standard has changed. With a loaded cornerbacks room and a coaching staff focused on accountability, every rep matters. The question we should all be asking is whether Latimore and McLaurin are going to return to camp, ready to lead, or if they will be playing catch-up. The preseason tone has already been set, and I think this could have bigger consequences than we imagine. Now, we arrive at the news that's got the entire league trembling. The Washington Commanders went all in when they traded for Deebo Samuel and Laramie Tunsil. General Manager Adam Peters doubled down on his work from last season and got Jaden, Daniels' 2-star players at premium positions. Let me paint you the picture. Last season, Terry McLaurin was practically a one-man show at times, and still, the offense worked incredibly well. Now he has Samuel to feed off each other and help take defensive coverage off him. Isaiah Stanback, former NFL player, put it perfectly on Good Morning Football. You've got Cliff Kingsbury with Jaden Daniels throwing the ball, not only to Terry, scary, but to a guy they just added called Deebo Samuel and Jaden Daniels. Can't wait to see this. Not just because I get to see a lot of the NFC East, but these two are going to be a problem. I believe Stanback is absolutely right. Washington's aerial attack is not only receiving an upgrade, but so is their ground game. Offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury has several levers to pull in 2025, and all of them are going to be tough to stop. Daniel showed he is the franchise quarterback the organization has been crying out for, and in Deebo, he gets an all-pro weapon that's versatile to help ease the pressure, not only on McLaren, but also on the other players on the field. Now I tell you this, we're projecting Samuel to be Samuel after an injury-plagued 2024 season. But if he can return to something close to his all-pro form, then he and Daniels are going to be a real problem in 2025. The combination of Daniels' speed, his accuracy, and Samuel's versatility is going to create nightmares for defenses. I ask you, how are you going to cover McLaurin, Samuel, and all the other weapons Kingsbury has at his disposal when Daniels can run and throw with equal effectiveness? This is the season where everything is defined for the Commanders. With this duo leading the offense, expectations couldn't be higher. Commanders Nation, we just dissected 3 news stories that will define our 2025 season. From a rookie declaring war on his critics, to the concerning absence of our star veterans, to the explosive duo that promises to terrorize the entire NFL. I want you to tell me, what do you think of Latimore and McLaurin's decision to miss these voluntary practices? Are they justified, or are they sending the wrong message to the team? Leave your comments because I need to hear the perspective of the true Commanders Nation. And speaking of that Daniel-Samuel duo, how many touchdowns do you think they're going to connect this season? I say at least 15, but I want to hear your bolder predictions. As for Kane Madano, do you think he can surprise and become a real contributor, or is he going to be another late-round pick quickly forgotten? The story has yet to be written. If you're part of this Commanders family, this is your moment to be part of the conversation. Subscribe to the channel, because here you'll always have the most exclusive news, the deepest analysis, and the passion our team deserves. We're a community, we're a family, and together we're going to live every moment of this season that promises to be historic. Give a like if this news excited you as much as it did me, share with all your Commanders fan friends, and don't forget to hit the bell, because you can't miss a single update on what's happening with our team. And remember, hail to the Redskins!